What's up, everybody? Simon here. In this video, we're going to talk about the new American Express, or semi-new American Express stylish Centurion Lounge in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's called the Escape Lounge. Overall, I enjoyed it. It wasn't too crowded. I flew back from Florida recently on JetBlue Mint with my family. It was a great experience on the way back, and we got to use the lounge at Terminal 3. I believe it was 3 or 1. Terminal 3 or 1. I don't remember. And on the way back, we got to fly with JetBlue Mint. And on the way back, we got to use the Centurion Lounge, which is between Concourse E and F. I forgot which terminal. I believe it's Terminal 3. And that was a great experience. So we truly enjoyed that lounge, and it was right near JetBlue as well. So in this video, I'm going to talk about it, give you my insight being a Centurion member in the Centurion Lounge, if anybody noticed, cared, etc., and what my impressions of this lounge were. Before I get into that, like, subscribe, and it's free, and check out some of the other videos. Thanks. So most people fly out of Miami. When people travel to Miami, they fly out of MIA. Miami International Airport is more expensive in most cases than Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is kind of in between Boca, Palm Beach, and then Bal Harbour or Sunny Isles, etc. So it's kind of in the middle over there. Big airport as well. I like flying out of Fort Lauderdale more than I do Miami. It's less hectic. There's less traffic in some cases, but overall a great airport, and the security is not as long in my opinion. South Florida has just become so popular with people moving there, traveling there for their trips and their vacations, to use the beach, to see Miami nightlife. A lot of people are now experiencing Florida way more because it gives you some of those benefits that, say, a Cancun or Mexico vacation would give you with the beach. Obviously, the prices are US prices, but overall, it's a great experience. And during these restrictions of travel, with what we've seen in the last couple of years, Florida has boomed because a lot of people are still going to Florida. Overall, Florida is also a big destination for cruise departures. So a lot of people still travel to Florida. It's also a stop a lot of times for international flights that carry on to Europe. Historically, FLL has not been like a premium outlet for travelers because it was always dominated by low budget carriers, and more people focused on Miami as the main airport. So having a Centurion Lounge coming into Fort Lauderdale is a great aspect. With the Centurion Lounge coming in, it's kind of a great staple or great acknowledgement for FLL, and it really says that, hey, people are going to be coming to this airport as well that are business-minded, top-tier travelers, etc. And I think what Amex is realizing is people do want to travel to Florida in big numbers, and that airport is going to get busier. It's located between Concourse E and F, and it is actually in a great location right off the security. You turn left, it's right there, and the lounge inside was really clean, very neat. Overall, it wasn't overly crowded. We were able to find seats, a mixture of orange colors and wood and red, and there's just a lot going on in this lounge, a lot of different colors, but it had this really modern, homey vibe. It did not feel like ultra modern or over the top modern lounge that's just too clean. It did feel like it was almost as if you felt at home at this lounge, and I haven't experienced that from the other lounges, to be honest with you. Of course, at the entrance, they check your card. I presented my Centurion card, and I think someone behind me was also a Centurion member, but they didn't walk us to a specific table that's reserved. There was no reserved tables. There was no special champagne they were giving out. I was able to pound a couple espresso martinis and got on those recently. Overall, it was a great experience, but nothing really out of the ordinary with the Centurion card that you couldn't have got with the Platinum card at this particular lounge. Now, in other lounges, if you check out my reviews on other lounges I've done reviews on, you'll see that I've gotten speakers, I've gotten reserved seats, champagne brought to me, etc. So more of a treatment, especially at SFO. So if we talk about the Escape Lounge space, as Amex partnered with Escape Lounges on this, it's about 5,000 square feet, which is pretty big. And it does look like Amex could maybe put a signature lounge label on that side of the world or the United States, because this lounge was pretty nice. The entrance was inspired by this Miami vibe. The lounge is split in 3 different seating zones. You got kind of your business quiet, your bar area with food, and I was able to watch the Niners game and they beat the Seahawks, which was great. And then there's the living space, which is more subtle, and I felt like it was a great space if you wanted to just kind of read or relax in that area and enjoy the drink. It had wonderful seats. They were comfortable. I sat in a couple for a little bit just to check them out. And of course, there's another seating area along the perimeter with windows and views of the airport. It's very private, very narrow. I didn't really dabble too much into that area because it was dark, so I did not get to check out that area. But it does have all these little kind of seating lounge areas separated by a wall, or some artistic wall, I should say. There were no phone booths or individual workstations, which was kind of odd. I guess they don't want people talking on the phones. The bar area was fantastic. There is a shower and bathrooms in the lounge, although those were closed and not operating, so I had to walk out and use the bathroom in the main terminal, which was kind of a bummer just to see how they designed their lounge, but overall it's not a big deal. Overall, great lounge with seating of about 150 guests. Totally enjoyed it. Check out that lounge if you're ever flying into Fort Lauderdale. Definitely nice to have a Centurion Lounge there. I would love to see Centurion Lounges in pretty much all the major airports. I think Florida is becoming such a destination for landing that people are expecting these lounges, not just in Miami, but in a lot of Florida airports. The gorgeous design, the mix of the colors, the mix of wood and colors, excellent lounge. I would give this one probably an 8.5 out of 10. One of my favorite ones I've visited out of all the travel that I've done in terms of Centurion Lounges. Comment below if you agree with me. If you've been to this lounge, let me know if there's anything you liked or did not like about it in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching as always. I'll catch you here in the next video. Don't forget to like this one and subscribe to the channel. I wanted to tell you one funny thing. Someone also noticed me in Florida. They yelled out of like their cab or wherever car they were in. Caught me off guard. They were like, "Hey, you're that Amex guy on YouTube." I said, "Yeah, thanks." And then they said, "Really cool to meet you." They said that I made their day because they saw me. And I really want to tell that person, if he watches this, he made my day because that caught me off guard. And I appreciate him and everybody else. Talk to you guys later.